Hey there peeps, mewmew here and welcome back to Dragalia Lost. Today we're going to talk about the updates that are coming up and maybe a little side thing I'm doing. So let's get into it. We got some updates in Dragalia Lost and I'm going to talk to you about them as the things that are coming to the game really soon, and so I just want to cover them with you. Also, if you want to ask any questions to me, please let me know in the comments below. I am going to do a special type of video that if you ask any type of Mew related questions, like not really game related, I'm going to compile them all at the end of this month and just make like kind of like an Ask Mew video. So if any videos that are coming up from today until like the end of the month, if you want to ask me anything randomly, feel free to do so. I'll try to answer them in a video that is going to come up early next month. Just talk about anything you'll ask me. Hopefully I'll ask questions. I don't know. So we'll do that. It'll be a fun, different kind of thing. But anyways, if you also want to know anything Dragalia related, let me know in the comments below because I will answer that as well. So we have 2 new notices and I'm going to talk to you about them, and also I'm going to help you, give you some tips on what you should probably need in order to prep yourself for High Mercury. So let's get into it. The first one is Chapter 8 is incoming. So we're finally getting a new chapter. Last time we got a new chapter update was early January, so this is really nice. And it's called Entwining Flames. It is the 8th chapter. We're looking forward to seeing what's in store for the prince and his friends. And of course you do have to complete Chapter 7 in order to be able to get Chapter 8. But I'm very curious to know more about the Odin's other siblings and what all of their goals are in life. So very interested. I'm very excited. I do have a video to edit about Chapter 7, so that will be coming soon. Also, we have the highly anticipated next High Dragon trial. So we're getting High Mercury Trials. So this is going to be starting on the 18th at 1 AM. That sounds really far away, but it's not really. So tomorrow night, well, basically Thursday, because this is 1 AM Central Time. At 1 AM, we will be having the update for High Mercury's trial on the 18th. So this is going to be live on Thursday, like when Thursday is here. And so this is really exciting. Of course, you need your wind users. Fog resistance would be the best idea, or at least having some type of fog resistance on you would help you out, because that is going to be the affliction that she's going to be able to afflict on you, per what we know from the Dragalia Digest that we got a few months, earlier this month for the 6th month anniversary. So the water worm Mercury releases her true powers and becomes High Mercury. Her immense mana acts as a great current that coats her body. With the kindness to protect those she cares for and the strength to repel all threats, she is truly a wondrous dragon. In order to do this, you do need to have 13,000 might or higher. The players must have completed the Mercury Trial Master Challenge High Mercury Trial. So there's like this little story segment, so that's what you need. Also, players must have completed up to Chapter 2-1 in the campaign to be able to do it because of the co-op component. So that's basically all they gave us of information, and they're probably not gonna give us any time limited endeavors because they haven't really forced us to do any High Dragons. So it's just that there's the special things that you can get in High Dragon. So we'll talk what you need. So first of all, we already know that it's a water dragon, so you do need your wind attuned adventurers. Personally, I'm going to be working on mewmew. Other good options, just look at your adventurers. Who do you have that has fog resistance? You can easily go to Sword, anti-fog. I'm saying bog just because that's what we're assuming the affliction is going to be based on the Dragalia Digest. So if it happens not to be true, it's not what we need. So characters that I suggest that would be good for it. Mewmew, she is an axe wielder. She is the one that I'm working on currently to have for High Mercury. Her co-ability is Defense 10, which helps out all of your teammates be able to withstand that first initial blast that we're expecting. Louise, she also has Bog, and she is a bow user. The thing about ranged support characters, and you can see that I don't really use Louise, thing about bow users and, you know, everything that's ranged, from my understanding, is that they have a lower defense capability. So they do need to be a little bit higher leveled up, based on their weapon, their dragons, and also their mana circles. Just because since their defense is lower, they need more, you know, higher HP levels to be able to survive that initial blast. And having somebody like mewmew on your team would help you in the survivability aspect. And I wanted to use Maribel because she's adorable, but I worked on Lily for HBH, so I'm like, I shouldn't do that to myself. I should try something different. I did, you know, America / Valentine's Day Hill Day for what's it called, High Mercury Storm. I prepared Lily for HBH, and now I'm going to be doing mewmew for this for Mercury. And I'm just trying to get a little balance just so that I can get familiarized with the different types of gameplay when it comes to High Dragon Trials, because you're hearing healer is the easiest thing, and I haven't really done HBH yet, so take that as my opinion. There are other characters that also have bug resistance, but those that are not 5-star characters have less. Like Kuhai, he is a sword wielder. His he has dragon haste, which is nice, but you can see that he only has 50% bog resistance. So you need Worm Prince that would support this to help him out in the bog resistance area. I think Lowen is going to be very important because he has bog resistance and it's 100%. One, his bog resistance is 100%. Two, he is a healer, and he's a pretty good healer. So, and he has skill prep, which, you know, is nothing to scoff off. You know, also, low key, restores HP to all allies and removes bog. So even if your teammates had bog, and because they didn't have all the resistances, you still help them out. And you can Winds Protect us to increase the defense for your teammates. So that is something. Anyway, so he is I think the only bog resistance healer. So he's a good option to work on for this. I think we're going to see a lot of Lowens. He's going to be a critical part of almost every team, I believe. And I've heard a lot of people that are also working on mews. So it just depends on everybody's preferences. I look forward to seeing what you're going to be working on, and, you know, let me know what you are going to use as your main character for High Mercury. Also, another component for Dragon Trials is the worm print. So if you go to the treasure trade, you know, you can always trade for different things. There's the High Dragon Advanced Trials. On here only, you see these dragons and also statue that you can get from being able to complete the, it's called the High Dragon Trial. So this is the area you'll have High Mercury on, so you can, you know, buy her, and also a Fafnir statue water to be able to get her. So definitely it's something you're gonna need to do. I would suggest the Fafnir statue first. As you see, I've not done HBH, so I don't have any, but soon. I'm hoping to try it out today on stream. Anyways, so in order to be able to get the worm prints, and I hope they show up here because I've already got them. Prairie, yeah. So for these, and I don't have them listed here just because I don't have them anymore. Well, just because I do have them. So there's 2 worm prints that you really need. Well, 1 worm print that you really need for High Mercury. We don't have it yet, but we will, and I will kind of rehash this once High Mercury is actually here. But basically, you'll need to get the High Mercury worm print, which will give you resistance to her element, to her, and to the regular version of her and the high version of her, which is pretty cool. And then you need it to be able to, you know, survive that initial blast. Thankfully, we have 2 worm print slots, so the second worm print slot can be anything you choose, and the one that you need for the High Dragon Trial, which, you know, is really cool and it's very necessary. And, you know, having double worm prints is a lifesaver in my opinion. Well, not a lifesaver, but, you know, a life enhancer, because maybe you have a damaged one, so you can tackle the boss a little bit faster. Just saying. So for the first one, you do see here that you need a copy of the other worm print plus more insignias to be able to get it. So for this, you will need an unbinded copy of the first level worm print, which in this case will be Great Worm Mercury. I should have just bought it. So you will actually need 5 copies of this worm print so that you can max and bind it. And then whenever the new worm print's available, you will need to exchange that plus 500 of the level 1 insignias to be able to get the unbinded copy of the High Dragon Trial worm print. As you can see right now, I can only get like just non-unbinded copies, and that's because I've already gotten them before. So it's kind of like a one-time deal thing, but you can get more of the worm print just by purchasing them solo. And I think the only reason you would want to do that is because you want to prepare the rest of your team to also be able to do it, and maybe get yourself to a point that you can solo one of the High Dragon Trials. I'm sure it's going to be possible one day as we get more powered up, and you know, I think it will be possible one day, but I don't know. Maybe somebody's done it. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen somebody do a High Dragon Trial by themselves. I really would love to see that, because that would be really amazing. But you know, those are the things that you need to work on for each HMC, High Mercury. Make sure you have a bog character ready to go. Work on their weapons and their dragon, their mana circles, of course. They don't have to be maxed out, but you know, at least to like 45, I believe, just so they have their second level of their skills. Also, I would suggest that you run some insignia and be able to get those water insignias for you to be able to trade in for the Great Worm Mercury worm print, so you can unbind it, and then you'll need another 500 of the first level to be able to make sure that you get the unbinded version of the higher level one, of the High Great Worm Mercury worm print, which will be very essential for this. So that is pretty much it that I wanted to cover in today's video. We just wanted to talk about the update, which is chapter 8, and also just kind of high level talk about High Mercury, when it's coming, what you should be preparing for. You have a day basically to prepare for. You don't have to do High Mercury day 1, like you truly don't. Take the game and the pace of it at your own levels, and yeah, we're ignoring this. Take the game at your own pace. Like, you do not have to finish all the content day 1. If that makes you happy, then do so. But you know, always go through the game in the way that will make you the happiest, because everybody's enjoyment levels is different. So make sure you do that. So thank you all so much for watching. Y'all have been amazing. Let me know in the comments below if you have any Ask Mew questions, so I can throw them in the video sometime at the early next month. That would be really awesome to do. I think I don't know if I just, you know, one of those things that I'm gonna regret later, but anyways, thank you all so much. Let me know in the comments below, who are you going to work on for High Mercury, and what do you think of what's coming? Thank you all again, and until next time, meow meow.